As I said last time, I get a little antsy if I don't take a photo for a while. So it's spring, but it's miserable out. Again, it's snow today. It's just ugly out. So I'm looking around the house and I see this orchid that I can take a photo of. So usually when you have orchids, you have a group of them, but this particular one has just the one blossom. So if you shoot the group, it's hard to make a nice composition because some are facing backwards and they're kind of crowding each other and that. But with one blossom, it's not that bad. So I bring this orchid into my studio and I sit it on a white table, so there's a bit of light bouncing up, and then I put this big screen up and put a couple of lights through it, and I put a black background. So I'm going to shoot this yellow orchid in the studio, artificial light, and shoot in black and white, see what I can get. Now I'm using the Hasselblad camera, and I know that I've got to get closer than the minimal focus distance of the lens. I should be using my 120 macro lens, but it's still in for service, so I've got to use my next favorite lens is the 180. Now to make this work, I've got to use extension tubes. So with a Hasselblad, you have to put the extension tubes on the camera first, and it's important when you take them off that you take the lens off and do that in reverse. So I put the extension tubes on and then I add the lens. And as I said, this is the 180. I should be using a 120, but the 120 is in for service. So this is basically the same setup that I used for the plant the other day. 120 on a Hasselblad with 2 extension tubes. So when I'm doing this in the studio, I'm shooting with a very slow film, Pan F, which is ISO 50, and I shoot it at 32, so it's very slow. I've got artificial lights, not flash. They're continuous lighting. It's easier to see, and plus that's what I use for video. And I've got the 180 with the 2 extension tubes. Everything's on a tripod. Now, I meter with an incident meter right at the flower, and I also meter the background. So the background is totally black. First off, it's black cloth, so it would go black, but it's also quite a bit further back from the light, so the light would fall off and make it darker yet. So the light is falling off and it's black cloth and the flower is white, so I should easily get a nice white flower popping against this black background. Again, I'm metering with an incident meter. Now, when I did this the other day on this other plant, I compensated a 1.5 stops for the extension tubes. And that's what I tested it out to be on the 120 macro. But on the 180, because the lens is a little longer, I don't think you get as much fall off. So I only opened up 1 stop for the extension tube. That would actually be called bellows factor, technically, but I've opened up 1 stop for the bellows factor. And then the other thing is the reciprocity, and I talked about this the other day too. When the exposure time gets very long, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, the film starts to fail, and it fails and it loses its sensitivity. So instead of going 15 seconds, you might have to go 30 seconds or 45 seconds. And to find that out, you would go to the Ilford site and you would look up the film, and then you would look up under the specs, the reciprocity failure. And there'll be a chart there, and it will tell you that at 15 seconds, what you really need to shoot at is 32 seconds, something like that. So with these exposures, again, I'm kind of in that 15-second, 30-second exposure time. I'm shooting at f16.5. I've compensated for the extension tubes, and I'm using the fake lights, the artificial lights, and it's giving me around 15 seconds. So I'm going to shoot some at 15 seconds, some at 30 seconds, and I even did 1 frame at 60 seconds. I'll talk about that in a minute. But overall, I focused on the center of the flower. Now, the first composition, I included the buds that were kind of down the stem, and I like that. And I like that composition. The light is on the right-hand side. Again, I've got a bit of fill from the table, and then the black background. So it looks nice. I did have to burn in a bit of the 1 petal. The 1 petal just was a little bit hot, so I burned that in. It's a nice composition. I like it. It's successful. Now, the other thing I wanted to try was the absolute minimal focus. So I set the lens to the minimal focus, and I just moved the camera in and out until I kind of got in the right area. Then I moved the tripod there. I redid my critical focus, and, you know, redid my composition. So this second shot is a little bit tighter. I actually like it better. Again, I had to burn in the petal on the right-hand side. It was just totally white. So I burned in the petal on the right-hand side. You know, this would be, you know, a half-minute exposure probably at f16.5. Maybe I could have used a little more f-stop and got a little more depth of field. But now if I stop down another stop, my exposures would be a minute. And, you know, it's just enough already. So I like this shot. I think it's successful. Will I print it larger? Will I make an enlargement of it? I might down the road if I had a wall that needed a picture of an orchid. But the great thing about these orchids, you know, it's a beautiful yellow flower, one blossom, and if you don't like it, if it doesn't work, you can do it again. You know, you're just exercising your photo skills. You're just exercising your camera, exercising your photography, exercising your compositional skills, you know, exercising your time in the darkroom, processing the film, making the print. You're just enjoying the photography, you know, taking a rainy day, make something happen, make a photo, enjoy it, see what you get. Sometimes you get a great photo that you love. Sometimes you don't like it that much. But I'm happy with this one, this single orchid. And, you know, I might shoot this again down the road. Now, it's going to have another blossom, so I want to shoot it before that second blossom comes. What would I do different? I might put a reflector on the other side and bounce some light back in. I'm not looking for a contrasty picture. I'm not looking for big contrast. I'm looking for very subtle, soft lighting. So I'm using a big reflector, two lights, and I could probably use a bit of a reflector card just to soften it up more. Anyways, having fun doing photography. And remember, when you take this assembly apart, you have to take the lens off first and then back out the extension tubes with the Hasselblad. If you were shooting this on 35mm, you might not even need to use extension tubes because a 35mm macro would focus. This flower is not small. The blossom is not small. It's small for 2 1/4, but it wouldn't be small for a 100 macro on a 35mm. It would probably, your minimal focus would probably cover it. So go out and have some fun, find something around the house, take a great photo.